Welcome back to another episode of the Hurt Business Podcast. I'm Ferris Sharari, your host, and today we got a lot of things to talk about. We watched some bangers last night. We're recording this Sunday after UFC Saudi Arabia, headlined by Cory Sandhagen and Umar Nurmagomedov. And then that Riyad Season Card that took place in Los Angeles, and it was an absolute success. It was an awesome card. Pumped to talk about it. But I'm bringing in my boy, my guy, my co-host, Mr. Joshy Leach in the building. How are we, champ?
Excellent. Yeah. Just excited as you. Great intro. Lots to talk about, lots to discuss. You know, great fights. Got some WWE in there too.
One thing I did notice too, you be getting swole. You be getting big.
I'm getting big. I'm getting big.
You've been hitting the weight room. My fault, champ.
I've been doing a little something. I've been taking it very serious now.
Respect.
We'll keep it at that.
Hell yeah.
Y'all might see me ordering some bigger shirts soon. You know?
My fault. Some HBP shirts, some larges.
If those come in XL,
ooh,
that's what I'm going for, baby.
You gonna hit the roids? Anyway. All natty. Respect.
Speaking of roids, man.
Let's see where you.
We had a great fight between Terrence Crawford.
Let's start there, bro.
Gotcha.
Let's start with the Riyad card. Terrence Crawford went up 254 and challenged Israel Madrimov. I don't know. It's been kind of mixed emotions since leaving the fight. A lot of people did not like it. Watching it live, I didn't think it was so bad. What did you think?
I love this fight, man. I loved every single second of this fight, man. This was a banger, man. And honestly, this is a scary weight division for Terrence, man. This is a scary, this is some big boy weight now. He's really going up now. And this was a guy that not too many of us knew about. I didn't really know too much about Madrimov, but I was impressed with this guy, man. Honestly, I was very shocked. He fought the best possible fight he could do against Terrence Crawford at this weight. And honestly, props to him, man. The guy's super young too. Like, so much to improve on. And I like his style, man. I've never seen this guy before. I like his style, man. It's like he's not really a guy you can stand in front of and just have your way with. Like, you're not going to bully him. And that is literally Terrence Crawford's style, is to get in people's face and just bully them all night. And Terrence just couldn't do that. Like, this was so competitive back and forth. And honestly, I don't know. I can't speak for Crawford or whoever else has seen this fight, but honestly, this was the first time I've seen Crawford baffled in some time in the ring. And, and that says a lot about this kid and a lot about the weight class he's in as well, right? Like, just so much, man. Like, the way he was moving in there, the way he was able to just eat those uppercuts by Crawford. And he had that open guard the whole night, too. So I was like, dude, this guy is just eating those uppercuts. I was like, this is crazy. Like, some of those would have put some people to sleep, man, if it was any other weight class. But, man, this kid's so good, man. So educated. The counter punching, I was shocked by that too. Like, not a lot of people stand and bang with Crawford like that. Not a lot of them can hit him, So, good hand speed, just a lot of good, impressive thing for him. And he made this a close fight, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was close.
I think this was a lot closer than what people are thinking, man.
Yeah. And coming into it, a lot of people are giving Madrimov as he has like 7 pro fights or something crazy. Like, he barely has any experience in the pro scene. But then you look at his like amateur record; he has like 400 fights.
Yeah,
like, this guy is no amateur. Like, he knows what he's doing in there. And I think credit to him, he made this fight so good. He was able to hang with the guy like Terrence Crawford for 12 straight rounds. The judges had the scorecards pretty close. I think Terrence did win UD, but it's like 3 rounds off, 2 rounds off, 2 rounds off, looking at the judges' scorecards. Like, they're really close. Eddie Hearn had some things to say, and I think that's because Madrimov's his guy. So
that's his guy. Yeah.
That's obviously the play, but the pound for pound guy, Terrence Buck Crawford, does it again. Does he defend his number 1 slot?
I don't know. I mean, it wasn't a bad performance, but it was just way too close to a fight. Like, he could have lost his fight. Um, I don't know. Naoya Inoue is still there for me, man.
Yeah.
I think he's still number one, man. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what Bud does at 168. Honestly, if Bud gets that guy out of there, you know what guy I'm talking about at 168. If he gets that guy out of there, this guy might be the best boxer out right now.
Yeah.
You know what guy I'm talking about. That
I
Mexican
do.
at 168.
Yeah, no, we all know who you're talking about, but that's 2 weight classes away than he just competed
We
in.
know.
I still don't want to see it, bro. I know that's like the biggest possible fight that could be made, but I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm good. I don't want to see it. Just let the 2 guys be great in their individual like weight classes and their individual runs and eras, and just let there be their own things. Why do we have to match them up against each other?
It's just a super fight, you know. That's all it is.
I know.
That's something to think about. You know, just the fact that he is only 2 weight classes away from Canelo is like, damn, like, and he fought very well in this weight class. So, you know, it's still ways away, but I can't deny the fact that they're just that close in weight now. Like, the fact that he's moving up and he still looks amazing. Yeah. Looked amazing on this weight class. But it was tough, man. It was really tough. It was really tough to kind of see Bud a little bit out of his element, you know.
But it was nice to
not
see him
too much, but exactly.
It was
exactly.
nice to see him, and they're having to work and not saying like his previous fights were easy, but like he's made them look relatively easy the way he's like gone through guys in the past. And I don't know. I think it's credit to Madrimov again. Like the dude was good.
Yeah,
he put his name on the map. I don't think a lot of us boxing fans knew who he was coming into this fight.
Yeah,
but
he walked him down. He did his thing.
Yeah, he did. But ultimately,
yeah. What are you gonna say?
T-Bud, man. T-Bud's the champ. He's now like another. Well, this is number 4 for him, I think. Weight class world champ.
Yeah, he's racking him up, man. I don't know. What do you think? Did they run a rematch, or you think he gets another guy in there? Or
yeah, I don't know. It was funny in the post-fight interviews and the post-fight press conference. He was asked about if he would ever take a what's that dude's name? Errol Spence rematch if it's time for that, and he was just like, nah. All he said was just like, nah. Walked away.
Yeah, but I think a beat down like that is it's kind of hard to go back and do that again.
Yeah,
but how bad that was an ass whooping, a pure class ass whooping, and I don't think we need to see that one again.
Agreed. I like 54 might make it a little bit more interesting. It might switch it up a little bit, you know, maybe giving Spence a little bit more freedom in the weight sense, you know, because that cut to 47 is not easy for him. But the ultimate question of like what's next for Terrence Crawford, there's so much, man. I think you got to unify. You got to go collect some belts at 54. If this is like the weight class you plan to stay at, and there's some big name champions here, bro. Charlo's. Remember he was barking at Charlo
big guys.
That Errol Spence fight. Remember that when he was like, "You next." That could be a fight right now for unification.
Yeah. He is. I mean, he has a lot on his plate. I wouldn't mind seeing this fight again, honestly, just how fun it was. And just the kid fought well. What was another name I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of Golden Boy.
Oh yeah, Fundora.
No, other Golden Boy. Ortiz.
Oh, Virgil Ortiz.
I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Yeah, I think Ortiz is still at welterweight though. He's still fighting at 47.
Yeah, which is tough. But Terrence, he's in 4 weight classes now. So if the fight comes and the opportunity makes sense, then why not?
Why not?
I think he's just gonna take the most challenging fights. I feel like at this point in his career, what is he, 30 something now?
Yeah.
He's not getting any younger. So I think he's gonna want to take those big fights, which doesn't. It's not out of the possibility he fights a Canelo Alvarez one day. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not out of the possibility, but
yeah, big money fight,
dude. If he beats that guy, he's got to be the best boxer.
They want payday.
Great fight by Bud, though. Great fight, and great fight by the Ukrainian? Where's
Is
he
he
from?
Ukrainian? I don't even know.
I'm not sure. But yeah, great fight by Madrimov. Excellent fight. Only 30 minutes, 7 fights.
Yeah,
What
that
a
7 might have been an exaggeration. I think he's double digits, but low double digits.
yeah. But as a pro, yeah.
Yeah.
But not a bad fight to lose. Not a bad fight to lose.
Agreed. On a massive stage, like I said, bro, he put his name on the map. A lot of us are now talking about him. We didn't know who he was a few months ago. So that's big on him.
Yeah.
In my opinion, one of the coolest moments from Saturday night was the co-main event on this card, bro. Was seeing Jose Venezuela, Mr. Rayo, get that just winning like that was so cool. He came into it a massive underdog, and it felt like the media leading up to it, Cruz was just so confident that he was gonna run through Rayo, and Rayo moving up in weight, going to a new camp in Robert Garcia down in Texas. Those guys are fucking world class, bro. We knew that, but like to take his first fight at this weight class, be a world title fight against a guy like Isaac Cruz is a crazy bill to file. And then for him to go in there and box the way he boxed, bro, like
Unreal.
that, unreal, man. Such a cool moment. And he did it to my guy Chris Colbert a few years ago.
Yeah, I remember that.
He did him so dirty. Had a cool moment then, but this one was just like he become a world champion for the first time, and like all the emotions and everything set in. And yeah, bro, it was an unbelievable performance.
Yeah,
from the boxing side of it, the actual like what we saw in the ring. What did you think of it?
Oh, it was great. I thought he fought that fight, under all the circumstances too, with a belt on the line and, a chance for him to become a world champion for the first time in his career. And he has such a cool story too, like just coming from Mexico and, just being from absolute nothing and working his way up and having to grind and dealing with, trials and tribulations and injuries and stuff like that. Like for him to come in here and do what he did to Pitbull was just great. Like, honestly, his size, he just used everything to his advantage. His size, his reach, he didn't fight into Pitbull's, style, which, a lot of people tend to do. They fight Pitbull the way he wants you to fight him. And it's real easy to get caught up in there. And I thought he did a great job on that mentally. Yeah, it was just an excellent fight. Honestly, I couldn't be more proud for that kid. He definitely did something that a lot of people can't do, and for the way he did it too, it was just great.
It was so cool, bro. It was so cool, and the way he
was in there crying too. It was such a good moment.
That part was awesome, and then he was showing his family the bell and like pointing at it. It was pretty cool. But then like, I don't know, watching the fight, seeing the first round, you see like he gained confidence as the fight progressed, using that size and the reach to his advantage. And Pitbull seemed just a bit one-dimensional. Like he only really only looking for the big power. He was just trying to march forward. And that's his style. We knew that, but you would hope a world champion got a little more tools to pull out of the box from time to time. He didn't have that, but Jose did, man. Jose has awesome defense. He was avoiding all the big punches, and he even got cracked in the later rounds and was able to eat the shot and keep on walking forward, defend well, and first time world champion on a massive stage like that, bro. I couldn't be more excited for a guy like that. So congrats, Rayo, world champ. Dab me up, gang. All right, man. There was a bunch of other crazy fights on this card. Heavyweights, middleweights, young guys making their U.S. debuts. What was your favorite moment outside of those two we just talked about?
Honestly, this Jared Anderson, Martin McCullough fight, man. This was shocking, man. Like, honestly, Jared Anderson came in as like this guy he was supposed to win this fight. Essentially, that's what he was supposed to win this fight. And oh my God, man, Martin just I honestly don't even know what happened. Like it was really just Martin being way more accurate, way more sharp, and it just seemed like I don't know what Jared was trying to do in there, man. I don't know if he was just being overly aggressive, trying to get the knockout early, or he just got clipped, man. He got clipped with that uppercut, and it was really just over from there. Like, once he got hit with one of those uppercuts, it was done. Like, his body never returned. He never got back. And and it just felt like Martin was just not reacting to any of Jared's punches.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. Coley, he felt like
Jared's a different. Yeah, and Jared's like he does this, like he knocks people out. Like his punches are not like supposed to be doing what they were doing to to Martin in that fight, because there wasn't much going on. And yeah, he was. Oh yeah, that was a hard one to watch, man. That was ruined for Jared too. I like the guy, but one uppercut is as flush as that was. It's hard to come back.
Nah, and I mean, he got dropped in the first round, and it felt like he was not able to come back at all. I mean, he had some good moments as the fight progressed, but it just ultimately ended in the way it did. And one of those uppercuts that Bacoli caught him in that fifth round, that like jerked Jared's neck was filthy. It was so flush, so clean. And Jared and Bacoli wasn't throwing like it, like obviously he hits hard. The guy's like 260 pounds, but I'm saying like when he was throwing it, it wasn't look like he was loading up or trying to throw max power. It looked like he was just putting shots out there.
Yeah.
And I thought Jared's biggest mistake was trying to stand in the pocket with a big power puncher. Bro.
Yeah.
Like if you're A, smaller, and B, just faster, why don't you box with the guy? Why aren't you dancing and moving like Rayo did? You know what I'm saying? We just talked about him.
Yeah.
Why not that be the game plan instead of trying to prove a point that you're that guy? And maybe you are, but not when Bacoli's in the ring, I guess.
Nah, definitely not. That was a big mess up on the game plan, I feel like there. I don't know, man. That was
weird game plan, but also like, why take this fight? Bacoli only lost once, and it was like a decade ago, and this guy's been on a tier since, and like nobody wants to fight him, and that should be telling.
Yeah.
So props to Jared for taking a fight. Tough dude. He took like the toughest guy possible, but I don't know, be a little more strategic. Come on.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
A little more. Yeah, it didn't seem like there was really much of a strategy in here. It just seemed like he was trying to, like you said, stand and bang with him and just see if he falls. But this dude's chin is like fucking granite, bro. Like,
yeah, big guy, man. Big dude. And like another thing.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say he gets like George Foreman comparisons a lot because he just doesn't fucking fall, dude.
Yeah, I like it.
He doesn't fall. Like,
I like it. I'm excited to see how like he integrates in this heavyweight division because like big puncher, big puncher, guy that can just eat shots all day and just keep throwing his own is all the makings for a fun heavyweight in boxing.
That's what made George Foreman so great. Is the fact that like, he just was unfazed by everybody's punches. Like, God, dude, this guy would eat bombs, like absolute bombs, and would just stand there in front of these guys. So it's nice to kind of see that again. You know, this kind of, you know, rare specimen, you can say. You know, not very common these days. Guys eating punches like that are going down. I mean, look at Jared. He just took one of those and he was out of there.
Yeah. Another thing, like boxing, I don't know why we do it. Is why are we interviewing Jared Anderson after he just got knocked out? The guy's clearly concussed. He's saying nothing that's going to benefit him. Let him get out of here.
Yeah.
And it's like, I forgot, what's Chris Mannix, the dude who does the interviews, was asking him multiple questions, and it was bad. Like Jared was rambling and like just cussing, and it was just a bad look. And I think the ultimate point here is we should really be strategic on who we interview, especially after these post fights. Like if a guy just gets knocked out, like let's escort him out of here.
Yeah, let's cut the show here.
Yeah, like I definitely want to hear what he's thinking, but maybe in a few hours.
It's like when Joe Rogan interviewed Connor with his fucking broken leg.
Yeah, like that's
sitting beside him with the mic.
Yeah. Or like DC after he just got head kicked by John Jones. And he's like a full tear. It's like, bro, that's not a good look for nobody. Why are we doing this?
Just cut it, bro. Just
let him go. Let him go. Unless the guy's retiring, you always got to let him go.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
All right. Yeah. Great fight. Great card. I was happy for Turkey Al Sheikh to bring massive Riyadh card over to the US, and they brought the splash, bro. They sold out a massive arena, and it looked like quite the scene. The super duper stars were out, Mike Tyson, Robert Duran, just all of the names. The list goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
But yeah, what a card, man. What a card. I'm excited to see what they do next and kind of the landscape of how Turkey continues to improve boxing, because this guy's made a world of a difference, bro, and it's only been a year.
Yeah.
It's only been a year. How many big fights has he given us? Promoted guys correctly, just giving us a different landscape.
Yeah. What'd you think of Andy Ruiz and Jarrell Miller being a draw?
I was hoping we would just get out of here without even mentioning.
Yeah, we can get it. We can get out. We can get out of here.
But I mean,
Andy Ruiz needs to get on the treadmill again.
And it was crazy because
he needs to fight again.
I thought he was in shape, and he just did not make it in the ring.
He was done after the second round.
But also, you seen the hand afterwards?
Yeah, it looked fucked up.
That shit looked gross, dude. Looked gross. But yeah, I mean, I thought Jerome Miller won the fight live. I thought he kind of got robbed a little bit with the majority draw, but
it
is what it is, man. I bet on Andy, so I thought he was gonna win it coming into it, but yeah, win some, you lose some.
Yeah. Needs to get on the treadmill and needs to get back to fighting. We'll end it on that.
Does Jerome Miller interest you at all in the heavyweights?
I mean, he's nice, but like, just I don't know. There's nothing really like. I don't know. He's not really interesting. He's kind of like out of shape too. Like it was just two guys out of shape. Honestly, it was just Andy was more out of shape.
Yeah, and I thought it would be Miller who would be more out of shape coming into it.
Honestly, yeah, that guy's
nothing compared to that Mexican cuisine, bro. Nothing compared. All right, let's transition, man. Let's go over to UFC, bro, because what a card that was over in Fight Island. They brought it back.
Abu Dhabi.
All the what do they call it? I should know this. The white suits were outside. All the sheikhs, all the people were in attendance.
Hella turbans out there.
Hella turbans, dude. They were all out there. And they watched a great card, bro. I think the UFC really put together a solid card for on paper, not having no like superstars. Yeah, you have Umar and Cory, but there's no like mind-breaking superstar on this card. And it was fun. Yeah. I enjoyed it. And I also enjoyed a nice early Saturday fight card.
Yeah.
You know, just enjoy like
it's a nice to have.
Just like wake up, slow morning, you know, turn on the fights, people trying to knock each other's head. Like there's no better way to start your Saturday.
I bet the guys overseas love that too.
Yeah.
The fact that it started so early. After that shit show a couple weeks ago. Man, just in there watching fights at 4 a.m.
Bro, sleeping on themselves in the stands, man. Hopefully for the Manchester people, that's a one and never again.
One and done. I think Dana made that clear. He's not doing that again.
Let's hope, bro, because that's brutal. That's like way to cater to the wrong people, man. They're more important than us. Anyways.
Right.
Cory Sandhagen, Umar Nurmagomedov in a fight that was clearly going to rank the next contender for the winner of Sean and Marab over in September in the Sphere.
Yeah.
On a great fight from my standpoint. But what did you think of the fight, brother?
Yeah, honestly, great fight, man. I think first I got to say props to Cory Sandhagen taking this fight for two reasons. Yeah. One, the fact that this guy's a Nurmagomedov, and two, he's a number 10 Nurmagomedov. So this guy literally got a donation fight. Cory Sandhagen was number 2, I think. Like, what a donation.
And just to add a little bit to Cory, he's fighting a very grappling heavy style when the last time he fought that, Aljo choked him out in a minute.
Yeah.
So another props. Yeah. Props to take it like just you know you're ultimately gonna have to fight this guy. I'll just fight him now. Why wait?
Yeah. And I like that. And I like that he took a big fight, a really tough one. And honestly, all things considered, he fought this fight as best as he possibly could. I think he did a great job of keeping this fight on the feet as much as he could. He looked great in the stand-up. I thought he was giving Umar a lot of problems. In the first half of the fight, I believe, like the first and second round, he was really giving Umar problems. And I liked the direction it was going. The only problem that Cory had in this fight was the fact that he just wasn't mixing it up enough. And I thought he could have mixed it up well with Umar because he's good on the ground too. Like Cory Sandhagen's no slouch. He's got a lot of submissions, man. And I don't know if he just wasn't giving himself enough credit, or he was looking at the first 2 rounds and thought, he can keep this standing, because he was doing a good job. So I don't know if that was what he was thinking in this fight, but once it was like the end of the second, Umar was just another level, man, with the striking and just the mixing up. I know he had a lot of attempts and he had some takedowns, but that's ultimately the outcome of this fight is who was going to be, mixing the fight up better. And I thought Umar just did a way better job of doing that. And Umar looked good on the feet, man. Honestly, he was giving Cory problems at times too. Like Cory, I don't know. It's tough, man. It's when you fight a guy like this, there's so much you're thinking about. Like, is this guy going to take me down? And, is he going to get the daggy cuffs on me? Like, once the double leg's secured, it's pretty much it. Like, kind of hard to fight that. It's just like finding a submission at that point on your back or like trying to like get up. But, which Cory can do. But just not enough mixing up in this one for me, honestly. Just didn't mix it up enough. Wasn't shooting. Wasn't grappling with him enough. I don't know if he just wasn't confident with it. But like I said, he probably looked at what he was doing on the stand-up and the fact that Umar was having trouble taking him down some points and just thought, hey, I can try to keep this up. But yeah, Umar was just another level. The second half of the fight, he was just another level, man.
Yeah.
Ragdolling him, bringing him down. Yeah. In the end of the fight, that was pretty, like at the end of the fight in the 5th round, he had him down for like 2-3 minutes, and that was probably Cory was like, "Fuck, this is over." Like, like this is it.
At no point did I think Cory like gave up, but yeah, he was getting like definitely be in the grappling exchange. But like, yeah, there's so many things I'm impressed about Umar leaving this fight, dude. You said a few of them.
Yeah,
the gas tank. Like we were criticizing him heavy on not like lasting these 5 rounds, being so tired after 3. So how can this guy go 5?
So easy.
He proved us like he can go 5, and in the 5th he can hold you down for 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. I was impressed to see his striking with a world-class striker in Cory Sandhagen. Was really mixing it up well on the feet with him.
Yeah.
No, like the takedowns wasn't always working, which credit to Cory. Yeah. He worked a lot on that defensive grappling, and it looked good in a lot of the moments. But of course, you can't always block those Nurmagomedov shots.
Yeah.
And, so I'm impressed with the striking on Umar's side. And lastly, man, I love the call out, bro. I love when they get on the mic and they actually do what they're supposed to, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just call for the fight, call for the belt. And he didn't even call for anybody. My favorite thing when he was like, I'm not gonna call for one specifically because the other will think I'm running from them. So whoever it is, bring them on. And I love that.
I like that.
I love that, bro. I imagine Umar is gonna be a world champion in this weight class. The way he was able to beat Cory like that, dude. I like this is our champion, man. Yeah. This is our champion. It's ultimately who's gonna lose it to him, Sean or Merab.
Yeah. And we know Merab's got that fight with Sean, so yeah.
Which fight would you be more excited to see? Umar versus Sean or Umar versus Merab?
Yeah, definitely Sean. I think Sean is the most exciting in this weight class right now. For me personally, I think he is. So I think honestly, I'm more excited for Merab and Sean than Umar and Sean right now, to be honest.
Interesting.
But that would be the next, it's just because Merab is, he's earned this spot.
Yeah.
Not saying Umar didn't either, but Merab really worked himself up the ranks, and he's called for this so many times.
Yeah.
He waited patiently while Aljo was champion to his teammate. Like, so just to see him finally get that opportunity, and a guy that can beat, he can beat Sean O'Malley, if it's going to be a tough fight for him, but, with the length of Sean O'Malley, but, it's definitely a winnable fight. And so I think that makes it, a little bit more exciting as well. But, definitely. It's going to be Umar is the next exciting prospect in this division anyway. So to see him get up the ranks even quicker, getting that fight with Cory Sandhagen just makes that even more exciting too, that, he's officially in that mix. But yeah, who knows? They might even book him in there with Aljo, That would be an interesting fight too.
Aljo's a featherweight.
Oh yeah, good point.
Yeah, I'll just
He's a feather boy now. I forgot.
But there's
giving Murad his shine. I like that though. I forgot.
Yeah, I liked it. Right, it's respect for him for doing that shit. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's fighting Mosfar Evlov, which I think is gonna be a fucking awesome fight.
Yeah, that's gonna be a banger.
Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I think the Umar Sean is the most exciting fight, but that's just because I know you like to see Sean's pink hair. I know.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
I know you. But yeah, man, props to those two guys, man. I think they put on a great show, great classic 5-round bantamweight war that totally a rewatchable fight when this year ends.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
All right. The fight of the night, co-main event, Shara Magomedov versus Michael. I'm not even gonna attempt this last name. What a war this was, though, man. What an absolute brawl of a
log fest, dude.
Just Michael's so fucking tough, bro. We knew the Bullet, Shara the Bullet was a gangster.
Yeah.
He just marches forward and just can knock dudes out. But Michael got cut early and just stood in the fight the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, Shara's he's another interesting guy. Like, where are these guys coming from, bro? These Magomeds, bro. Like, they're just spawning out of nowhere, bro.
But this one's like most interesting. I don't know if there's a more like just confusing character in the sport.
Yeah, he's weird. He's weird. I can't really grasp what it is about him.
Like
he's a weird guy.
He's on social media saying I'll fight anybody in the States, yet he can't pass any commissions, physicals because he's blind.
Nothing,
bro. Like, and
the guys he's calling out too. Nick Diaz,
bro. Kevin.
Honestly, that was the most random call I think I've ever heard. Yeah. Nick Diaz. Yeah. Is he even fighting anymore?
That's strange. It's funny. He was supposed to be on this card, right? Remember that?
Yeah. Why Nick Diaz? Is Nick Diaz even a middleweight? Like,
why is Nick Diaz still fighting? Is the real question.
Why?
That's the real question. But a weird call out, and then was in like a UPS. Like you seen that content where he's like delivering packages, calling welterweights out or middleweights out.
Yeah.
What are we doing, Shara? And like we can only watch him fight in like across the pond in the Middle East. Like that's the only place this guy can fight.
Why? Why is that? I didn't even know that.
He's legally blind in one of his eyes, so he's not going to pass any state cosmetic conditions. But think about how crazy that is. So the UFC's like, we have something here, but he can only fight in this one region. So it's like, who does he fight? He can't fight our top guys. It just has to be fun fights forever.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It sucks.
Yeah, what are they going to do with this guy?
Give him Tony.
That's another call out. Tony, he called out Tony Ferguson, and he called out Nick Diaz. Guy's odd, man. He's crazy.
But what'd you think of his fight on Saturday?
Yeah, that was great. Honestly, it was great. it was interesting.
Yeah, I agree. But, I loved it.
Yeah, he's good, man. For a guy who's blind, bro, that's kind of crazy. If you lose to a guy who's legally blind, that's kind of nasty.
Yeah,
honestly. But he's talented, man. He's good enough. His takedown defense is really good too. Even though he did get taken down 3 times, but dude gets right back up and he can strike, bro. He can fucking, oh my god, bro. This guy is an animal, bro.
Yeah, the pop he has behind his shots, I'm like, damn, he's really trying to take your head off.
Yeah, it's absurd, bro. But I don't know what to think of him. You know, he is still so early in his career, and he barely fights, like you said. Like, it's just whenever they're over there in Abu Dhabi. But great fight overall. I thought it was entertaining. Definitely entertaining. Definitely the most entertaining fight, I would say.
Yeah, I agree. I enjoyed this fight most. Yeah, Magomed got so much pop on his shots. So I'm hoping we just keep finding him fun fights that don't really mean nothing. It's just gonna get us excited for a back and forth punch out.
Yep.
All right, speaking about back and forth, the number 4 Marlon Chito Vera took on the 6th-ranked Davison Figueiredo, who just continues to cause ruckus on this bantamweight division, and I don't like it, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not liking this, bro. He's beating on my favorite bantamweights, and I'm not happy about it. But he did it again on Saturday.
What did you think?
I thought the decision was right. I thought
I don't know where people are thinking Marlon won this fight.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing that.
Yeah, I didn't think Cheeto did. It's just based off activity. I thought Figueiredo just did more. I thought Figgy also was a bit more dirty, which I didn't like.
Yeah,
like throwing strikes after the bell sounded, couple nut shots.
He was a little sassy in there on Saturday. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he was doing a few little dirty tricks, which I didn't appreciate. That's why I'm not he's like the perfect villain, I think.
Yeah.
And so
he also just didn't give Marlon a chance. Like Marlon wasn't really able to do much because Figgy was just trying to take him down the whole fight.
Yeah.
So that was really frustrating for Marlon too. I imagine he was just getting pissed off. But yeah, like I said, Marlon he does this every fight. Like he just fucking takes a round off and then decides to fucking start fighting. And that's I always put in consideration. He does that every fucking fight. And Figgy just supplied more. Like honestly, he was just more active in every single facet. Like this is mixed martial arts, it's not just striking. Like you got to mix in the takedowns, you got to mix in everything else. If you're able to beat the guy standing up for 3 rounds, so be it. Yeah, perfect. But yeah, he just wasn't doing enough. Even if the numbers don't reflect that as much for Figgy, it still doesn't mean anything. Like Figgy was doing more overall, and he had more control overall, and he was pushing the guy back and not trying to make this a one-dimensional fight. So I think the judges were really, really on that tonight with the mixing it up.
Yeah,
which was so favorite.
Yeah,
which I like when they do that too.
Yeah, that's kind of what we want to see in the sport. We don't want to see the guys who are just shooting 20 takedowns win, or the guys who have like 5 minutes of control time always win fight. We got to see a switch up and different stuff. But yeah, I agree. Cheeto does do that slow start shit a little bit too much, and trying to get his reads, find his big heavy shots, and I don't know. Was he even throwing them? I never seen him really like unload ever.
Yeah,
and that's just credit to Davison, bro. The guy makes people uncomfortable. He knows he's the smaller guy, and like he just throws that style at you, that the unwavering. I'm gonna take you down. I'm gonna crawl. I'm gonna sniff until you're on the ground. And I mean, it's working for him, bro. He just beat number 4.
Yeah.
He just beat number 4, and this is a numbers game, bro, which means he got to fight 3, 2, or 1 next.
Yeah.
And the rankings will update on Tuesday, so we'll have a bit more of a grasp on who that may be then. But like we're talking about guys like Cory Sandhagen, Peter Jans,
Umar.
That's kind of the next step for Davison, which is crazy to think this guy was just a flyweight doing quadrilogies with fucking Brandon Moreno for belts.
Dude, it felt like the whole COVID they were fighting. Like it was just ridiculous. It was like every other month they were fighting. It was just insane.
Yeah, what a time, bro. What a time. Simpler times, man. COVID was a wild time. But yeah, bro, credit to Davison. He continues to again cause ruckus on the bantamweights. Could we see this guy be a champion?
It's very, very
possible.
And it's very, very possible, especially in this weight class. I like him in this weight class. He's interesting.
Yeah.
He's definitely interesting. He brings a little bit more than what I think he was bringing in, when he was fighting Brandon Moreno and those guys. I feel like him here a little bit heavier. I like that. Like, I like him a little bit more on the heavier side. He looks good, man. Honestly, he looks great.
Yeah. I'm sick of your Sean O'Malley. You got all these wrestlers coming up. 2, 3, 4, 5 wrestler.
Yeah, it's tough. It's not easy, but it's just a sport, man. This is what we do.
Amen. Well, speaking of tough, it's the sport. Tony Fergie, potentially his last UFC fight, gets choked. Did he go out or was he tapped out? He went out,
bro. He was gone.
I don't know. That's dumbass Tony. He choked out by Chiesa. Props to Chiesa finally coming back. Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah, honestly, Tony just looks so Wow, I'm gonna sound like Zion, bro, in that one interview. He just looked lackadaisical. what did Zion say?
Lackadaisical.
Remember that? Nah, he just looked lazy in there, man. What? Like, do we need to keep seeing Tony? Like, why is Tony Ferguson not cut from the UFC at this point? Like, why? How many of this in a row now? This is, let's see. Let's see what we've got, bro. Let's see what we've got. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row, and 8 in a row, and he's still fighting in the Dana. We know what you're doing, bro. We know what you're doing.
Yeah, I think it was his last one, bro.
Yeah.
I think it was
I think it was Chiesa just didn't even need to try. It was just ragdoll him to the ground, got the rear naked, called it a night. Easy night for him, easy payday. Nice little name on the resume. Doesn't really mean much, but you got to beat Tony Ferguson.
Yeah, catch him.
And hopefully
catch him on the way out.
Yeah, catch him. That's crazy. That's crazy. Catch him on the way out is crazy.
Basically what he did.
But yeah, Tony's done. I'm glad he's done with the sport. Happy retirement to Tony Ferguson,
I don't think he's retired. I just don't think he'll be fighting in the UFC no more.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's bare knuckle boxing.
Stop. I knew it was coming, bro.
I wouldn't be shocked.
If Conor even allows this man to fight on that card,
bro,
he's a sick fuck. Conor is disgusting, bro. If he lets Tony Ferguson fight in that organization. But I digress. Tony Ferguson, enjoy retirement, hopefully. Walk away, man. Walk away, bro. This is 8 in a row, bro. To think he's 26-11, bro. He has 8 in a row, bro. He hasn't lost that many fights in the early part of his career, bro.
Yeah,
he had one of the best. He had one of the best streaks in history. It's sad to see it all go downhill, man. It really is. It really is.
All right, man. A little more positive.
Yeah, we're
Mackenzie Durham. Get a little negative there. Mackenzie Durham gets the big strawweight dub over the wrestler Lupi Gudinez.
Yeah.
You know that Spanish song? It's like I Lupita, bum 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 dum bum beat, na na na. I Lupita.
Sounds familiar, yeah.
Bro, that shit's a bop. Every time they would say her name, I would just be playing that song in my head. Fire song, but yeah, man. Probably Mackenzie, yeah.
Yeah, Mackenzie looked great, man. The striking is getting better. Yeah, man. And then we had this Yoel fight, man. Yoel Alvarez. I mean, what a fucking killer, bro. Like this guy. And this is every fight. He does this every single fight. Like he's had 2 fights that were pretty rough with the Thiago Moises and Arman Sukarian earlier in his career, which were brutal, man. That Arman fight was like some of the nastiest shit I've seen, like the elbows, and it was just some dirty shit. But Yoel Alvarez is a fucking killer, bro. And he absolutely slaughtered this man on Saturday. And that's an understatement. That is an understatement for what this man did. I mean, he's just so relentless, man. I love his style so much. And he's dangerous. He's very dangerous for these lightweights. One, because he's 6'2". He's 6'2", by the way. He is so dangerous in grappling. He's dangerous in the submission game, and he can knock you out like cold. His knees were insane in this fight. The elbows, the striking was just phenomenal. Like, he put on an absolute fucking. This was a slaughtering. Honestly, this was a slaughtering. Yeah, this was a certified ass whooping. And honestly, credit to Elvis for sticking through this for as long as he did, because fuck, it was getting bleak in there for him.
Yeah.
Just getting his head pounded around the octagon. Literally every corner of that octagon. There wasn't a second of this fight where his head wasn't getting slapped to the back of his head, bro.
Yeah.
Brutal.
That's
it was
true.
brutal.
Yeah, you'll definitely look like the way better mixed martial artist in there. And Alvarez was doing a lot of feints and doing a lot of like extra movements. And Alvarez was
He
keeping
wasn't
it
doing
very
shit.
Alvarez was keeping it very simple, just standing
Yeah,
straight up and long and just throwing and landing and cracking. And this finishing
yeah.
sequence was so brutal, bro. Like he caught him with a left, stumbled him, and then landed about 50, like maybe 25 knees.
Yeah.
25 to 50 knees, bro. No joke. And then like ultimately Elvis dropped and all she wrote.
Yeah. Fuck. I don't even understand, bro.
It was bad. It was bad,
How
bad.
yeah. I don't know how he took that beating. Yo Alvarez, man. How is this guy still not like, I don't know. I look back on his resume. I'm like, dude, he's like not fighting the guys he needs to be fighting at this point. Like this guy is really top 10 material, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
Like he really is top 10 material. Hopefully, Dana can see that as well and really get this guy in there with some of these upper class guys. Yeah, he lost a fight to Armor. We know. Yeah, he had a tough fight with him, but that was years ago. That was almost 3 years ago.
A couple of years ago.
And ever since he's just been, he's had these 2 fights. He's had a couple that were canceled as well, but he's top 10 material, man. Honestly, he really is. I can't wait to see him in the mix with these lightweights. And honestly, the lightweight division is so stacked right now. Anyway, it would be good for him to kind of get in that mix. But
Agreed.
what a fucking performance that was! Holy shit!
Yeah, I definitely hope
Use my language this episode. That was brutal.
You say what you want to say here, but yeah, I agree. He let it fly, and that style is so exciting. So I don't understand why he doesn't get the proper hype and recognition. Yeah, I imagine a top 15 guy next. Last time Armand 2 years ago, 3 years ago, short notice. I believe it was a brutal outing. He just got smacked. Yeah, we don't even got to talk about it. But like Armand is potentially the next guy up for the belt. That's like 15 slots. Let's get this guy. Yeah. Let's get this guy in the mix. Like I'm sure he can beat up somebody. And he called out Bobby Green, who's no longer in the rankings. So let's get an actual top 15. Maybe a Rafael Dos Anjos, Jalen Turner. Something exciting, or a little Rafael Fiziev. Let's get spicy.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
Something needs to happen. Something.
Anything else on this card from Fight Island that stood out to you?
Honestly, there was a lot in here, to be honest.
Yeah.
There were some really good fights. I wish we could talk about all of them, but honestly, I really like Shamil, man. I really do like this guy. I don't know what it is about him. He's obviously another Nurmagomedov. He doesn't have the Nurmagomedov last name, but he's a Nurmagomedov. Like, let's be real. The guy's interesting, honestly, for heavyweights. Just because we haven't had a Dagestani heavyweight at this point that's like content and can actually fight and is really gifted. Just a really good wrestler. Is heavy with the punches, really powerful. I kind of like the guy. I know he's like kind of boring to some people, but I think he's a great addition to the heavyweights. Like I think he'll definitely give some guys problems. And yeah, he's already, the GOAT in my opinion, putting him over John Jones any day.
Oh yeah, that's the guy.
I'm fucking trolling at this point.
Yeah, we've definitely reached that point of the episode, huh?
But overall good fight. Good fights on this card, And we kind of breezed over Mackenzie a little bit, but she put on a great performance too, but we don't have to get too in depth into it.
Yeah. Nah, I'm ready to check out on that Fight Island card. I feel like we covered most of the fun parts. Before we get out of here, UFC 308 was announced. I don't know if you've seen those announcements just yet, but if you haven't, even better, we can get some live reactions.
Is that Rob Whittaker and
that's on
Hamza? Yeah, that one's a banger, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, it kind of sucks that Robert Whittaker had to take a fight. I'm sure he's probably happy. A relatively easy fight. A guy outside of the rankings.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Yeah, a guy outside of the rankings take that extra payday along the way.
Yeah. I'm excited about that. I don't know what else is on that card. I remember seeing that as the headline.
Yeah, that's the co-main at the moment. The main event would be a title fight for the featherweight strap, Ilya and the BMF Max Holloway.
Wow. That's a good one.
That's
a good. I mean, we seen that one coming.
Yeah, we
Max
knew.
Holloway after that last one, he was like, "I'm here.
Belt time.
I'm here. You see my opponent. You see my opponent. You want it. You want next. You want next. You want to be like him. You see him. It's you. You come get it." Which is rare to see Max Holloway do that to somebody. I still can't even believe that happened.
Yeah, especially
we'll do a pod this year of like just the most shocking fights.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, that's going to be number one. But it would be nice to see some of the other ones that we were kind of unexpected about. So I'll put that in the notes. That'd be a very entertaining podcast.
Yeah, maybe with our awards.
We can mix the boxing into with that. You know, it could just be fights overall, just the shocking fights this year.
Maybe that could be one of our awards. You know how we do like the fight of the year, the knockout of the year. Maybe that could be another one.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I
think that on the list.
Number one.
Put that on the list.
All right. Also, that announced on that card is Cyril Gane and Alexander Volkov.
Yeah. Oh God.
Which I'm like, Cyril, like just
it's gonna be so good.
You like it? Oh.
Bro, it's because these are two kickboxers. Like,
yeah.
How can you not love this? You know? How can you not love this?
Yeah, I'm still mad at Cyril Gane for turning down that Tom Aspinall fight. I'm still annoyed. Like, yeah, you're doing movies, but when are you gonna be? What is he? 31, 32 again? Prime peak shape, ready to be a world heavyweight champ. When are you gonna get that opportunity again? Might be in a few fights, but I'm still holding that grudge, bro. So let's go, Alexander.
Damn, going Alex. All right. I wasn't expecting that.
It'll probably change. But yeah, that's who I'm rooting for at the moment. But the last exciting fight on that card is Magomed Ankalaev and
bro,
Alexander Rakic, bro.
I like it.
I like it too. Rakic just keeps getting these big fights. He just even though he's coming off losses, he just keeps getting these humongous opportunities that are like putting him in potential fights next.
Yeah.
Title fights next. So yeah, another big opportunity for him. I imagine Magomed just
Magomed just
it's good.
Got cucked again, man. Not getting a title fight.
Yeah.
How many years?
Yeah. I mean, he did get one. He just put on a snooze fest.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. That was the first ever fight for a vacant title that remained vacant.
That's crazy.
All right. That's it. That's all I got, man. Anything else on the world of combat before we get out of here?
That's I think some boxing got announced.
What are we looking at?
But what did you think? What did you think of Loma and Shakur's fucking barking? What? I sent you a video on Twitter. That video was like 40 seconds long, and I couldn't make out one word either of them were saying, bro.
Yeah.
Loma was speaking English, but I could not decipher what he was saying. And Shakur was just yelling nothing. Literally just yelling nothing.
Yeah.
I don't even understand what happened.
Yeah.
I tried to get context, but nobody was speaking coherent English.
You surprised?
I'm not. I'm not.
Yeah.
But what were they barking about?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. The only thing I clearly heard Shakur say was stop hiding behind Bob. Stop hiding behind Bob.
Real funny for him to say. Real funny for Shakur to say.
Yeah.
As if he hasn't been hiding for how long now from these fights?
What I love.
Long time.
That's
what I was going to say. That's the fight I was talking about.
You like that?
Apparently, Gervonta and Shakur is in the works. Apparently, it's in the works.
No comment.
No comment?
No comment.
I've seen some official sources. I've seen some official people tweet this.
bro.
And some of these guys don't lie. Like, so if they say it's in the works, I believe it. I think we might get a banger.
We've definitely reached that part of the podcast. Huh?
Come on, you're not gonna entertain it with me?
Nah, hell nah, bro. Until we see some signatures
Some
on
contracts,
paper, bro.
No, honestly, until we see him in the ring, to be honest.
Yeah, if you want to go that far, bro. But like,
Where do you think it's gonna be? Atlanta,
But yeah,
Jersey,
for sure. One of these
Jersey.
HBC.
Dude doesn't fight out of Jersey anyway.
Yeah, Tank.
He might be pulling a Shara. Doesn't leave his city. Can't leave it. We're getting goofy.
Yeah,
Can he even leave? Can he even leave Jersey? Can he leave?
He's in LA yesterday.
He was. Wasn't fighting though.
True.
Wasn't fighting.
True. Yeah, there's just so much, bro. You're getting hella goofy, and that's okay. We're like minute 50 something into this. Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of fun fights for Shakur. My favorite part of it was Eddie Hearn introducing Shakur to Turkey while Bob Arum was sitting like 5 feet away. It's like, that was supposed to be you, Bob, but you're like 150 years old and fumbled the bag. All right, that's where we close the show. Thank you so much to the listeners if you made it to this part of the pod. Josh and I greatly appreciate the support. Please follow us on all socials at the HB Pod on IG. Subscribe on the tube, 5 stars on Apple. Get a hppshop.com. Get your teas, and we'll catch you guys in a few days for some mediocre UFC and some boxing. See you soon.